Okay, hopefully, yeah, okay, the signal volume's loud enough, I guess. So yeah, I have no idea what's gonna go on today, but seems like this is good enough. It's a bit weird, like 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 I know where is it? This word, the atarashi tomodachi. So I'm going to have to try to figure out these based off of what they say. Like I can't quite read that one, but it says yaku soku. So I need to kind of remember my. Okay, let me actually have a cheat sheet on the left here quickly. Uh, Chart, yeah, actually charts are good. And then do it for the same for katakana chart, just because I am not completely memorized the boards, but there we go. This one should work. And okay, just quickly making it so that I can swap between the two and find it easy. Okay, let's do this one. Okay. Okay. Don't know if that's correct. Okay, it's got kanji characters at the end there. Don't know why it's got kanji characters, but it's got kanji characters nonetheless. Okay. It's got kanji. Cool. Okay, that's hiragana. A, I, U, E, O, Ka, Ki, Ku, Ke, Ko. Okay, cool. And then is this the one I'm looking for? Yes. I guess it is. Okay. Now I've got my cheat sheet to the left. So yeah, let me just quickly finish up. Join. There we go. Okay, now I can get on the way. This is going to be good, hopefully. I just want to test if you guys can hear me. Like you should. It seems like my mic is actually picking up. But yeah, okay. So this is a I chi tsu. Uh, what the hell? I just want to make sure I got that right. Yeah, chi tsu. Okay, what's okay? That I don't. Wait, why can I select some of these and then can't select others? Like why can't I select that one? It's fine. Kai mono is shopping. Yes. Okay. See, this is the reason why I got the cheat sheet sheets just to make sure which ones these are. Okay. So I'm looking for a T looking thing. So it's te, which is makes sense. Te to. Okay. What does that the long vowel do again? Ugh, just need to quickly check here. Okay. Te to. What's it? Forgot. Just want to make sure I've got the right character first. To. So is it te to with a long t or I don't know. Te to no. Okay, let me zoom in here quickly so I can see. Ya yaku soku. Okay. So I'm assuming that's okay. Wait. Okay, I'm just reading these quickly and then I'll go to the actual lessons. It seems like this is just the introduction. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to read all of this. Yeah, my Japanese is nowhere near that good. Holy cow. Isn't there like something easier to start on? Like, swear this was easier, but might not be. One page at a time because okay. These are still the index, I think. Yeah, like I don't understand Japanese enough to like really decode all of this stuff. Like Nihon, that's all I know there. Isn't like okay. Like isn't there like a beginner book that I could use? Like this is way too ahead of my learning style. Like I thought I could do this, but no, this is not what I'm looking for. And I wish I could make this. disappear a little bit. I could do that, I guess, and then that. But this is just way too much for me. So just, oh, okay. I guess this is what I was kind of looking for. Okay. Do I have to, am I gonna have to read all of this? Like, yes, that's the whole point of learning, but it's a lot of reading. Uh, okay. I don't know how good this is because I am dyslexic and ADHD. Usually what I read goes through one ear and comes out the other. So I don't know if I should read all of this, but I feel like I should. It is a introduction. So, and how else are you supposed to learn without reading? This is going to be so interesting. I am sorry for what you're about to witness. That is my reading. Okay. Okay. Genki. Genki. Okay. I've messed up on the first word. An integrated course in elementary Japanese is a textbook for beginners in the studies of the Japanese language. Students can complete the elementary level study of the Japanese in the 23 lessons of this text, which is divided into 2 volumes. The book is designed mainly for, okay, wait, this, now that I think, this is elementary, this is integration elementary course. So does this one come first or this one? I'm assuming this one comes first. This is a word book. Okay, so that's, what is the order of these? Like, I'm assuming integration comes before elementary and then workbook, like the test. Remember the kan and ha. Okay, let's check this one quickly. I should have done more preparations first, but that is not who I am. Okay, I need to zoom in a lot for this. Okay, hiragana. Okay, let's go to a page 1. Okay, hiragana. Okay, okay, yeah. This seems like a good. This seems like a good place to start. Okay. So, I think I'm going to start here. This is going to be interesting, and I'm sorry for the atrocious reading you're going to hear, but okay. So, this is a book. You read a book. Okay. You should now be in the middle lesson 1. If you're not, go at once to page 51 for beginners. Okay. I'm not a beginner. Do I go to page 51? Let's see. If I get to page 51, the syllables are begins with a dagger. It's blade. It's blade. Blended to the right so as to flow in the next stroke below it a no parking sign. Note the when no used as a piece of another hiragana. The cross slash protrudes out the top slightly and kind of post to hang on a sign. Is this just describing that, like the symbol to me? Or am I don't know. The sound art calls in a mindful, playful little otter swimming on his back in the middle of a pond whose banks are picketed on all sides by no parking signs. What? I'm sorry, what am I reading? On his tummy are a stack of daggers, okay, which he is tossing one by one at the sign, clapping his paws with a gleaming glee each time he hits a bullseye. Okay. Pronunciation on father. Okay, I don't know if I say that. Okay, on. I don't know. Onno. Ano. Sorry. Ano. Aku. Akono. I know that word. Akono. I know that word very well. Okay. Okay. I have no clue. Absolutely no clue what is going on. But I've. Do I go? Okay, let's see what's page 51. Okay, this is page 5, so 19, 14, 40. Okay, so it says 51 if I'm not mistaken. Okay, lesson 1. Before beginning, take a moment to familiarize yourself with the variation elements that appear on the individual papers of this book. Okay, one, two, three. Okay. 1. The pronunciation of the hiragana in question in standard romanized form, the hiragana character itself. Okay, this place of the elements will add your aged aid. Why did I say add? Will aid you later in reviewing by opening the book part way. Yeah, this isn't okay. I could open it on 2 pages, but then how do I stream that? It's fine. Um, okay, I think this is just like introduction, I guess. Don't know why this couldn't just be at the front and stuff. Um, Placed in the aid of reviewing by opening the book part way, you can page through and see only the romanized form, leaving the actual hiragana hidden from view. Okay, don't know why you would do that, but okay. The original Chinese character, okay, so 3 is kanji or original Chinese character. Cool. The original Chinese character or kanji from which the hiragana in question is derived. Okay. Okay, cool. Good to know. Okay, number 4. The same kanji character written in calligraphy, calligraphic, calligraphic, calligraphic. Okay, that's as close as I'm going to get to it. 4. To show more clearly how it comes to its present day hiragana form, whatever that means. You should not attempt to memorize this information in this frame now, though at a more advanced level you may find it interesting and helpful for learning the pronunciation of the original kanji. Pronunciation? Yes. Okay, number 5. Okay. That was the that was the that was the dagger bit. Okay. Okay. An example of how to remember the hiragana. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna remember R as a otter throwing knives at a no parking sign. Yes, that's exactly how I'm gonna remember it by. It's not like I remember ta because it looks like TA and chi because I don't know why I remember most of the words like I do, but I do. So don't know why I would need to remember it. Like the otter throws daggers at a no parking sign gleaming. Okay, that is so confusing. Okay, okay, number 6 is this one. Okay. Instructions on how to write the hiragana form stroke by stroke. Okay, that's actually interesting. Sorry, my nose is just very itchy and I don't want to scratch it. Um, as Japanese children do when they first learn to write. From time to time, a supplementary note set in italic type is added with the information regarding that writing or pronunciation of a particular hiragana form. Okay. 8 is 7. Where's 7? Okay, so that was 7. So that was 7. It was 7. So times. Okay, I don't. Okay, number 8 is now that. Familiar English words are given as pronunciation samples since the romanized form, romanized, 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 no, romanized form of the hiragana often suggests sounds in English different from those assigned to hiragana. If you study Latin or know a lot of romance language already, know a romance language already. What is a romance language? What is a Romance language? I've never heard of it. A Romance language is a language that developed from Vulgar Latin, the form of Latin spoken by common people in the Roman Empire, that are part of Indo-European languages families or shared common ancestry and structural features. Examples is Spanish, French, Italian, Portuguese, Romanian. Okay. Romanian language are also spoken in Europe, the Americans, and parts of Africa, reflecting this. Okay, cool. What it means and why that is, I have no clue. Okay, Romance language already. That example will be largely superficial. Okay, then why tell me? This frame contains 6 examples. Okay, number 9. Okay. So number 8 is like pronouncing it, I guess. I don't know. I'm just working off of my teaching. I've never been good at teaching myself. I had to go to a special school so that I could learn. Okay, so this frame contains 6 examples of stylized typeface intended to show the flexibility permitted in writing the particular hiragana. You should not attempt to imitate these. It is enough that you take a moment to recognize them. Okay, number 10 and 11. Okay, these are okay, cool. Kasa, what is it? No, kesa. Kusai. Okay, where was I? Samples words in which the hiragana being studied appears. The example only uses only hiragana that has been learned up to the point, which means you should not be able to identify them all, as well as reproducing them all from their romanization. I'm so butchering reading this. You should not skip any of the examples, though there is no need to bother learning what the words actually mean in Japanese. Okay. 12 is the page is proceed to after finishing the page from which you have just come. Okay. What does it say? Going to page 7. Okay. I am not gonna. Okay. End of lesson. Okay, cool. Now I know where the end is. Okay. At this point, if you haven't done so, secure several sheets of blank paper. Hopefully that's enough. Okay. Ow. Damn it, do I have to really write with my left hand? I mean, couldn't use the mouse with my left hand. Seems like it, because I don't have... What did I do? This is not going to go well. Not at all. Wait, I could just do that. Why am I fighting with the... Thank you. Just going to drink a glass of water quickly. Okay. I should have realized that I was probably going to write, so this could have been avoided, I guess. Okay. That. Okay, and full page and zoom in and that. Okay, I don't know why I've got a piece of paper, but I do. Okay, at this point you haven't done so. Secure several sheets of blank paper with blocks. I don't have block paper. I literally have literal blank piece of paper. Okay, just have to freehand it then. There we go. Okay, you can find them at any stationery store. Can I? Is that? I doubt, very much doubt that. This will help you keep the shape of the hiragana in proper blank. Okay, do I need to write hiragana? Like, it would be good to memorize it, but I feel like me, I don't really think I'm going to do a good job at writing. Oh, look, I'll use this for notes. That's what I'll do. I am not going to write the hiragana forms because I am going to completely mess that up. So, okay, hiragana in proper blank, blank, much better than practicing it on blank or simply lined paper. Well, okay, I could turn that into a thing, but that's too much work right now. One more thing, take a look at the clock and make a note of the time. In less than 30 minutes from now, you will be asked to record the time you have spent on the first 9 books. Okay, sorry, I just had to scratch my nose and it was not a pleasant sight. Okay, it's 3:45. Okay, you have spent on these 9 hiraganas in the box. Okay, that does not mind me. Congratulations, you have just learned 9 of the 46 hiraganas. I probably spent less than 30 minutes doing so. Just above, you will see a small box marked timed lesson. Record how long it took to complete the first lesson. You will do this at the end of each lesson. Why is my nose so itchy? Is it so hard just to sit down and do work without distractions? Okay, how long each lesson? A word about reviewing. If you took your time with each hiragana as you came to it, if you practice writing it several times, repeating the explanation to yourself as you went, and if you tested yourself on all of the samples, words, there should be no need to retrace your steps if you do not get stuck. Turn to algebraic lesson page 70 to locate the problems in hiragana and go through the pages all over again, top to bottom. Whenever you do not waste your time writing any of the hiraganas over and over again. In case you should be wondering whether writing it, learning to write the hiragana will also mean that you know how you read them. I can assure you that it will let me show you how easy it is to try reading out loud the following 6 words. Iken, iken. Cheat sheet quickly. Yes, iken, whatever iken is. Noku, noku, noku. In ko, in ko. I feel like I'm extending this one a bit too long than I should, because I learned about moras yesterday, so I'm trying to make it sound all fluent. Ahen, ohen, ahen, 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 an, ahen, I'm messing it up. Ko, ku, ko, ku, ni, ko, no, kono. Okay. All the sounds we have learned so far are contained in this word. Once again, do not worry about that you do not know what they mean, the only thing we are after here is learning the syllables. If you were planning on heading right to lesson 2, change your plans and take a break for now for at least 30 minutes. Or go out for a walk or a stretch, or stretch out on the sofa. Your mind will be watching images fly by like Shuttlestorm? Yeah, yeah. I'm not. I refuse to say that word because me, I will focus on one syllable rather than the other. Like shuttle, and I will focus on the next syllable. I cannot say that out loud because I am streaming, and that would probably be a bad thing to say out loud. Okay, and should be a little bit dizzy right now. I feel like that was spelled wrong. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a C. I'm 100% it's supposed to be a C. And I have a T. Shuttle stocks is the closest word I can think. Okay, so now that I vaguely remember what all of this means, okay. 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 This is now the I. The Roman letter I is drawn. Okay. Okay, where's the little like bit under this? Okay, do I need to really learn this? Like I've learned hiragana from Duolingo, so and this is like just telling me, okay, when you practice writing the form, take a pencil and trace over the strokes as they are given below. Almost immediately, you should feel the flow from the first stroke to the second after the particular. Okay, do I? Okay, this is kind of where I would like some advice. Do I? Do I? Do I? Should I learn this or should I skip a little bit ahead? This is like hiragana thing. I thought there would be a little bit more to teach me. Okay, like it would be nice to know this stuff, I guess. Okay, okay. There we go. I'll find the common ground. Okay. So this is good because it'll tell me what I can do and okay, can't do. Okay. E in don't know if I said that right. Graffiti. E. Don't king. Oh, on father on. Okay, I see. Okay, 18. Go back to page. What is it? What? I don't have any clue. Okay. Ni, utsu, ni, ni, ne, ni, a, u, ni, anu. Okay. N is N, ko, and ru, ha, en, ha, en, ha, ha, oni, oni, o, ne, o, na, sorry, na, o, ne, ugh, o, na, I'm really butchering that word. O, e, k, o, e, k, o, e, k. I feel like I'm focusing a bit too much on one word letter than one character than I should be. Ma, na, man, ma, na, ka, man, na, ka. Mu, ka, I, canon, ka, non. Okay, let's just move a little ahead. Okay. Okay. This is where I was last time. So moving on to this bit. Okay. Now that you refreshed reading, just to refresh your muscles a bit, writing the hiragana for the following words. Iken. Okay. Do I like? I feel like this is a. I'm just wasting my time here. Okay. Let's start with the integrated textbook, but I guess. Okay. Integrated textbook. Good to know. Okay. So, as much as I'm not looking forward to this. Okay. I think this is where I'm going to start. It's taken me what? 30 minutes to figure out where to start this lesson. Okay, let me actually, I'll ping the tabs later. Okay, Genki, an integrated course in elementary Japanese in a textbook for beginners in the studying of Japanese language. Can complete Students can complete can complete the elementary level studying of the Japanese in 23 lessons on of this text, which is divided into two volumes. The book is designed mainly for use of universal and college courses, but it is also effective for high school students and adults who are beginning to learn Japanese either for school or their own. So that's me basically. Hopefully will hopefully students will have at least the basic knowledge of English because grammar examples are given to English in English. Perfect. An integration to limited approach to develop the four basic language skills: listening, speaking, reading, writing. In order to cultivate overall Japanese language ability, much emphasis has been placed on balance, accuracy, fluency, and complexity, so that students using this material would not end up speaking will not end up speaking accurately yet in a stiff manner, nor fluent yet employing only simple grammatical structures. Okay, that is really good. Okay. Why is my nose so itchy today? This textbook basically consists of three sections: dialogue, grammar, reading, and writing, and the appendix. Appendix. Something I don't have. A detailed explanation of each following part. It says 3, then proceeds to go 5. You can't count because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not 3. A dialogue of of and grammar. Why? Ooh, ooh. The dialogue, the dialogue. Why is this word tricky? I know I'm saying it correct, but it feels like I'm not. And grammar sections aims at improving students' speaking and listening ability by learning basic grammar and increasing vocabulary. The dialogue of grammar sections of each lesson is comprised of the following components. Dialogue. The dialogue revolves around the lives of foreign students living in Japan. Their friends and family present various scenes that students are likely to face in their daily lives. By Paul. Ugh, this is making my mouth dry as hell. Oh, good thing I've got water. I'm trying to not gulp so that I don't, because my mic is right there, so I don't want to make weird noises in your ears. Try to think of a way that didn't sound weird and still came out weirdish. And families presenting various scenarios that the students are likely to face in their daily lives by particularly natural expressions of and Aitsuchi. Aitsuchi? Aitsuchi. Aitsuchi. Response that make conversations go smoothly. Students are able to understand how sentences and are connected and how some phrases are shortened in daily conversations because the dialogue section of each lesson covers a lot of new grammar and vocabulary. Students it may feel it is too difficult. Ugh. Why is my nose so itchy? It's like so itchy. To understand at first, do not overly concern yourself. See, this is the problem. Oh, that actually helps. Oh, that actually really helps. Um, Overly concerned, however, because the grammar and vocabulary will gradually take root. Is that like I wish there was dog mode on this? Like, ugh, take root with practice. Dialogue are recorded on an accompanying CD. Students are encouraged to practice regularly by listening to the CD and carefully noting pronunciations and intone, in, intonation. Okay, there's a word that sounds familiar, and that's taking all my effort not to say the word intonation. Okay, tone. I'm assuming has to do with something tone related. The vocabulary section presents all the new words encountered in both the dialogue and the practice section of each lesson. So words that appear in the dialogue are marked with the asterisks. Words are listed according to their functions in lesson 1 and 2 and by parts of the speech in lesson 3 is the following in addition. All words present in the text are also found in the index and the end of each volume. Oof. I must be the slowest reader. Oof. It's taking a lot of effort to read simple words. Like there's been very, very few big words that I've struggled with. Very few words. It's literally just small words. Words found in the vocabulary section of each lesson appear frequently in subsequence, subsequence, lessons, subsequence. I have no clue. Why is my nose so itchy? It is the craziest thing. Like, it is so damn itchy. And all I just want to do is like scratch it violently. Okay, where am I? Lessons. Thus, students are encouraged to learn little by little each day. That's not an issue. The moment I get beyond tired, I will stop. After lesson 2, common used Japanese kanji equivalents of the words Joyo kanji are also listed by students are not required to memorize them. This textbook does not indicate a word's accent. The accent of a Japanese word varies considerably depending on the region, the speaker's age, including the general gap between speakers, whatever that means. The word paradigmatic. Okay, form. Okay, I'm searching this up. What is that word? Okay. A corner of card serves as a typical example of something, or a denoting the relationship between a set of linguistic items and the form mutual inclusion choice in particular syntactic roles. Yes, I completely understand what that means now. Yeah, like not even slightly understand it a bit more. And it is connected with words. Therefore, do not overly concern. Don't be don't be overly concerned about the accents, but try to imitate as closely as possible the intone heard on the accompanying CD, which I do not have because this is not mine. I do wonder if I were to press this, would it sound? But I'm not going to do it. I have Google Translate right there, which I can just take the word. Okay, if I need it, if possible. Grammar. I'm on grammar only. Dear Lord, there's like what 3 more after this, and then that's just the introduction. That's not even like there is 300 pages. I haven't even got down to like 350. Ugh. Let's not focus on that because if I do, I will be stuck. Grammar. Grammar examples are explanations. Explanations are detailed, so the student can easily study them on their own. Students at school are expected to read grammar examples before each class. This section are fully explained the items formed in the particular section that follows. I should really buy myself a textbook. I think that's actually a line textbook would be the best thing instead of blank pieces of paper. I think that's actually not a bad idea. I'll have to do that in the next coming weeks. So I'll just work with blank piece of paper for now. This section also fully explains the items found in the practice section that follows. Necessary explanations of grammar and vocabulary that are not found in the practice section can be found in the expressive notes at the end of each grammar session practice. This section includes questions related to what was taught in each section of the lesson, providing students with both basic practice and application by answering the question sequentially. Sequentially. I know the word, but I can't pronounce it. Uh, Students can naturally build up their Japanese language ability. The exercises will only with only one answered are marked with a thing and recorded on the CD, allowing opponents. See, I put that word there. Students the opportunity to practice on their own. The last part of the practice section contains review exercises, which incorporate aspects 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 of the lesson as a whole. For example, some questions combine various topics covering in the lesson and some calling the creation of a new phrase based off of what learnt in the dialogue section. Supplement. Finally, how many times am I going to see that word? Some lessons include additional or supplementary information. There includes expressions related to the topic of the lesson as in time and age. As in time and age, whatever that means, in lesson 1. Or expressions suitable at certain times or places as in at the station in lesson 10. Words introduced in the supplementary selection are found in the index of each volume. Reading and writing. Reading and writing sections aim to foster comprehension and writing ability by learning Japanese characters and providing opportunities to practice both reading and writing. Hiragana in, is introduced in lesson 1, followed by katakana in lesson 2 and kanji in lesson 3. And the following from lesson 3. From lesson 3, each lesson contains the following components: a kanji list. Each new kanji introduced is a new lesson is in a lesson is contained in the list, each with about 15 kanji, whatever that means. This makes it easier to memorize a few each day rather than being overwhelmed with so many at once. Serial number, kanji, reading, meaning, total strokes, stroke order, comp- components including the kanji. Okay. Among the readings shown in 4 and 5, hiragana indicates the kunyomi. Did I say that correctly? I don't know. Or Japanese reading of the kanji, while katakana indicates the onyomi. Don't know what that means there. Or kanji, Chinese reading, both kunyomi and onyomi. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. Are sometimes alternated in components of 2 or more kanji. For example, the ordinary pronunciation of gaku, which becomes ga, and then I don't know, ki, I don't know. When the kanji is used in the word gaku, I don't know what, something or the other. Let's see, it doesn't say what this word character means. Such derivatives reading are also indicated in 4 and 5. Although some kanji may have many readings, only those readings that are useful at an elementary level are included. Shaded reading and words is in each lesson should be memorized. The others are sorry. Oof. Only those readings are useful. The other are for reference, so students do not need to memorize, and practice sheets for each kanji is provided in the reading and writing section of the word book. Students should practice. Writing the kanji repeatedly according to the stroke order shown on the kanji list in the textbook. Practice. Genki considers a kanji practice reading and for comprehension questions about the context of reading and the writing practice. Kanji practice includes various types of questions such as having students construct a kanji from its various parts of or making new words by combining kanji. By tackling these problems, students will realize the goal of practice to become more proficient in their use of kanji. Basically, the readings are short and deal with subjects familiar to the students. They are also they are easy to understand. If the student has learned the vocabulary and grammar taught previously in the dialogue and grammar section, grammar. When reading includes new words and comprising words listed is provided. Finally, com- composition topics are given for writing practice. Genki 2 contains reading and for comprehension questions about the content of the readings and writing practice. The reading employ various styles of Japanese, ranging from letters of fables to essays and achievements, with a knowledge of the previous learning, vocabulary, grammar, and kanji. The reading are easy to understand but very low and more difficult to later lessons. Words list are provided for newly introduced vocabulary. Finally, comprised topics are introduced. The problem is I remember basically nothing of what I've just read, which is probably bad. I should write all this down or like go through it on my own time. But I am doing this way and see how it goes. Volume 1 and Volume 2 both contain index. The Japanese English index is hiragana order, listed words found in the vocabulary and sublimate sections of each lesson. The number next to the word indicates the lesson in which the word was introduced in English Japanese index. English if in equivalates to what the hell? Two Japanese words are arranged in alphabetical order, also including in the are tables of verbs, conjunctions, conjugations, as well as sound inflection, 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 inflections of the expression related to the numbers. Oh, this word actually makes me cry. And font. I uh, I don't even know the first way to say this word. The basic text written in kanji and hiragana. Kanji is used for the most commonly used characters. These are appeared in the official order of Joyo kanji. Hiragana is used instead, however, when Joyo kanji equivalents would not be necessary for beginners, students, and Japanese. Okay, okay. I'm probably gonna regret doing this, but I'm going to do it nonetheless. I am. My brain is like physically melting. So the that students can easily study the dialogue and grammatical sections. The pronunciation of each kanji is indicated in hiragana. However, to lessen the burden on the students and allow them to study on their own, and greetings and lesson 1 and 2 are represented in hiragana and katakana, as well as by romanized forms. It is the best not to rely too much on the romanization. I can't even start saying this word, but use them only as a learning aid. Students study hiragana and katakana in lesson 1 and 2 respectively, or of the reading and writing sections. Students studying kanji from lesson 3 is in the reading and writing sections, where pronunciation of the kanji already presented are not indicated in hiragana in order to promote the students' increased inquisition on kanji. The Japanese the Japanese in this there we are. in the basic text is set mainly to the textbook font, which resembles handwriting of and serves as a good model for students. Students will encounter a variety of fonts used for Japanese material. However, you should be aware that the shape of some characters differ considerably depending on the font used. Note especially that some characters will find two separate strokes in one style or merged into one single stroke. Oh, my nose is so itchy. Oh. Example, textbook font, Chiki ri ra ko ya, Micho font, Gothic font, handwriting. Okay, okay, okay. I am going to regret this, but I think I'm going to stop here, even though I'm not going to be able to stream tomorrow because I'm going to the doctor. On Wednesday when I come, I'm probably going to forget everything I read, but I'm going to start here. And I'm going to then start with all of this because this looks like a proper lesson, which seems like it needs a lot of brain power, and I am out of it. My brain power has completely gone because I am not on my medication that I felt like I did good on. So I'm getting that hopefully in a few weeks because I need to update it and stuff. So yeah, hopefully then I can actually focus for more than a simple hour. Like I wish I could actually put more than an hour's work into learning each day, but that's about my limit for now. So yeah, with that, I'll catch you guys in the next stream. And I hope you enjoyed, and bye.